Whoa, hold on. This actually should be right. Okay, hold on. Hey, Jeff. Hold on. Alexa, turn work area off. Forgot about my lighting. There we go. How you doing, Jeff? Meeting. Can you hear me? No, you should be able to hear me. Can you hear me? Oh, okay. You're just still chewing. Okay. I saw Steve came in earlier, but he's not here now. I'm not hearing you at all. I'm hoping it's nothing on my end. I don't know why it would be. Yeah. Yeah. Really. Now let's look at Zoom. What's this Zoom? Everything should be working. That's weird. Yep. Wait. Yep. It's all coming through the same source. I don't have to turn the radios on. I can't hear you. You're not muted. Check your mic settings, remember? It's probably set to your radio or something. Go in, in Zoom, go down to the lower left where it shows the microphone and click on the little button that points up. And you should see selections for a microphone. There should be select a microphone on the top. This is so weird. I started a little bit early. I wish I could look at your computer. I can't really. Hold on, maybe I can. Hold on a second. Let's do this. That's a great picture for YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. I'm bailing out. I'm minimizing my... Okay, now I'm going to connect into your computer, Jeff. I think. Yes. I think I can make this work. Okay. You see me coming in? All right. Okay. Where's your... Yeah, here it is. See this button right there? See that little button? You got the camera audio. You don't... I don't see your mic. Well, maybe this is it right here. No, that's your radio, I think. Pretty sure. Talk. Say something, Jeff. No. How about now? Say something. Oh, I see it's going up. It should be working. Say something again. Wow, that's weird. Okay, maybe, I don't know. Goodbye. There's nothing wrong with your microphone. I'll be back. Wait, kill the right thing. No feedback. All right. Maybe there's something wrong on my side. I don't know. Let me see. Get this back to capture system. Whoops. There you are. I don't know what could possibly be wrong. This is so weird. Oh, there it is. It's muted. Oh, I'm sorry, Jeff. It was my fault. It was probably from... It was set that way from when I yesterday.
You hear that, Ginger?
Didn't look very carefully. I had Zoom muted. All right. Whoops. Don't do that. Full screen. There we go. All right. Always something has to go wrong.
Oh, I didn't want to do that.
Somebody's there. Oh, I think that might be... oh, let's see.
Get those later.
Oh, is that Steve? Yeah, Steve, your audio is a little weak. I think it was Steve. And I have no picture. I have no video. Maybe it's Bill or somebody else. I don't recognize it. ET5227ST. Jeff's trying to put an overlay on his...
Yeah, that's it. That's interesting.
It is interesting.
Huh, I'll be different.
It's kind of weird. It's only working in part of the brighter areas of the screen.
Yeah, it's part of the picture.
Yeah, that's weird.
I changed my flag to half mast.
Oh, there we go.
That's the picture.
Oh, that's Earl. I recognize his rig.
Hey, Flip.
And there's Flip. Is that Earl? Yes, that's Earl.
Hi, Earl.
Hey, Earl.
Hey, dudes.
Hey, Flip.
Flip.
Hi, guys. Hi, Earl.
Earl's, he's fixing his voice, I think. So how you doing, Flip?
Same old, different day.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
I was talking to my buddy in Canada, who comes down every 6 months or whatever to play golf and stuff, because he has a condo in Palm Springs, right?
Oh, cool.
He was telling me today, Canada has gone off the deep end as far as, holy crap, you gotta show proof that you've been vaccinated or you can't eat within a restaurant.
Yeah.
Did
you see what they were doing in France?
Uh-uh.
The people are rebelling because they're requiring you to show proof of vaccination to go to any restaurant.
Yeah.
So they're going to like the tourist area They're plopping themselves on the ground and having picnics in front of the restaurants. And that's how they're rebelling. And it's everywhere. I mean, you look at the streets, like people are everywhere. None in the restaurants, all outside having a picnic.
but Canada is charging up to $1,000 for the first offense. I mean, it's going crazy for everything.
Yeah. Did you see Australia? That's even more insane.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
They've got orders where you can't go outside without a mask on, which is insane.
I know it. They're not following the science at all. They're just not following the science.
Well, there is no science anymore. It's just all propaganda.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
It's crazy in Australia. You should read about it. I'll just stop there.
Yeah, I know, it's nuts.
Well, in Canada, the place where if you say something against somebody, you're guilty till proven innocent.
Yeah.
Probably.
If you say something against somebody's race or something like that, you're guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah. Well, that's like the old German laws. If you're in an accident, it never would have happened if you weren't there.
Yeah.
So you're guilty, both.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Crazy Germans.
I know, it's nuts. But anywho.
Well, so you playing a lot of golf? Flip?
No, as a matter of fact, I pulled a muscle in my shoulder, and it's taken a week and a half to at least get close to where I can play again. I don't know how I did it. It just did it.
I've had that happen before.
Yeah, and it's crazy. I don't even know how I did it. It wasn't even playing golf, Must have been when I throw the bowling ball in practice.
That's how I got this sciatica. I have no idea where it came from. None.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Old age sucks. I don't care how you slice it, how you try to doctor it up and sweeten it up. It sucks,
It's true.
Is this going to be it for our meeting, the four of us?
Oh, come on. We got another 20 minutes.
Yeah, almost
23
25
minutes. 23 minutes. Yes, I don't know. I think Earl, he's muted, so maybe his voice does.
Tina's coming in.
Here comes Tina. I actually saw her camera work the other day when I was helping her.
Good.
So hopefully it works today. All right.
Wonder how the fire's doing down there.
I haven't heard a word. I didn't hear anything on the radio, no planes or anything. So
They must have got a good jump on it.
Hi, Tina.
Hi, Tina.
Tina's connecting to audio, so hopefully it works. There. Say something, Tina. Say something, Tina. Hello, Tina. Say hi. She can't hear us.
Well, her camera's working.
She can't hear us. Yeah, her camera's working. I don't know if her audio's working.
Voice, audio.
That was a problem before. Oh, this weather. I hate it when it gets hot again.
We got about another 2 or 3 weeks of this before it starts getting cold.
Yeah.
I wish it would just go to cold right now.
It was so nice earlier this week, I guess.
I know. Yeah, that 1 week of nice, cool temperatures.
Nice, cool.
It was great.
80-degree temps for a while.
Yeah, and then down nice and cool at night. It was cool.
Yeah. I don't even know.
The message that's coming out right now on everything you read or hear about and so forth, they're predicting more variants of the COVID this fall. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's almost like they'd like us to keep wearing masks indefinitely,
You noticed that too, huh?
Yeah, unreal.
They can control you.
Yeah, exactly.
It seems that way, that's for sure.
Especially these crazy governors, like the lady in Oregon,
Oh
Yeah.
gosh, she is.
Whitmer in Michigan,
Whoa.
Newsom.
Yeah.
She also did. She mandated masks during the day as well, just like Australia and wherever else it was. Outside, you have to wear masks.
We've got ignorant
And the whole
people
state,
in
the
charge
yeah.
of making laws. Okay, we've got
Yeah.
ignorant people, and I don't mean that negatively. They
No.
just don't know. They have no clue.
I have a friend that moved to Oregon, and he became a physical therapist. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, he only got like maybe 6 months to a year of practice before the COVID thing hit.
Oh, geez.
And then he wanted to open his own business, and with all the BS that happened there, it's like he couldn't get it going. So it's very sad.
Yeah, that is sad. I mean, that's his livelihood,
Yeah, I mean, he worked for doing something else for a long time. Finally got laid off.
Yeah.
But he was traveling a lot, and I think he was making a lot of money. But he was installing
Not doing what he wanted to do.
sophisticated security systems. That's what he was doing. And actually, I don't think he liked it that much, to be honest. He didn't like traveling. He was made to travel, and then they finally just said, "No, if you don't want to do travel, then we're going to let you go." And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, the time has come, when you're going to see Dr. John Doe, dentistry, DDS, and muffler repair.
Yeah.
In the same.
I know.
In the same office. So, it's getting to that. They got to make ends meet,
That's about right. Well, I don't know. Some things are doing okay. Some things aren't.
On TV last night, it was kind of a lot,
Your audio is flipping out a little bit.
Mine is?
Yeah, it sounds almost like you're too hot.
Too hot? I can, let me turn it down a little bit.
It blinks out sometimes.
Yeah. It's maybe not hot enough.
Well, it sounds like you're overdriving it.
Overdriving it? Okay,
Yeah.
That's possible. Let me see
what it sounded like to me. It's
Okay,
not so much you're loud. It's the tone is also really sharp. It's like one of those super tinny microphones.
Yeah, it probably is. It's in the camera. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me try this. This is backing off a little bit. How's that?
That's better.
Is it?
Yeah,
I turned it down a little bit. Okay.
It's
I
not
won't talk as
hurting
loud
my
either.
ears anymore.
Yeah. Let me crank it down just a tad. How's this, Dave? Does this sound all right?
Does that sound good to you, Jeff? Can you hear?
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I don't want to be the only one judging it.
No. That's all right. I understand. Anyway, I was watching this thing on Hallmark, and this guy was a chef, and he was showing his girlfriend his chicken farm. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And these two chickens were behind the fence, and he says, "I've even named both of my chickens." And she goes, "Well, let me see. What name do you call those two over there?" And he said, "Original and Krusty."
Oh, original and extra crispy.
Well, he's named them all right. Original and extra crispy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm following somebody on YouTube that's experimenting with chicken farming.
Oh no!
Thought,
seriously?
Yeah.
I guess that would probably be a good business.
Raising his own too.
That's all people eat these days is chicken and some fish.
Well,
and,
he bought a house that's like on 3 or 5 acres or something. It's like huge thing, and he has a room. He's got a lot of animals. A lot of creatures come in. He's got bears and deer, moose.
What state?
Tri-state is like up northern Virginia, where the states all converge.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
Anyway, he's a very popular YouTube guy. He's kind of a political guy, but
yeah.
He has this
Ed?
second channel where he talks about his personal life. It's kind of entertaining, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
It's like
Hi,
a
Ed.
bunch of kids having fun. Hey, Ed.
Morning, guys, or evening, I guess it
Good
is.
evening.
And there they are.
Wow, we got people coming in. All right.
Oh, boy.
Well, we got 6 so far. So hopefully we'll have more.
Oh, I'm sure they will. There's 15 minutes left yet.
Yes.
Here comes Ron.
There's Ron. The other day I saw Perry.
Oh, yeah?
Are you still here?
Yeah, well, I guess it's like the 2 days before he left or something.
Oh.
He came over to grab stuff that he gave me. He says, "Did you ever use that stuff?" I said, "No." So I said, "Do you want it back?" He goes, "Yeah." Okay.
Oh, really?
Seriously?
I
You
didn't
took
want
all
it
back?
anyway. I really
Yeah.
didn't. It
But
was
he took it all back?
he took stuff back that he had
Oh,
given
okay.
me personally,
Oh, I see. Okay.
and it wasn't club or anything. It was just me.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Here, you could get this thing to work." And I was like, the time I was kind of interested, but later
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
oh, now this stuff's just taking up room in my garage.
Well, you still got a
Perfect
trunk full of
storage
stuff?
area.
Did you still have a trunk full of stuff? Or did
I
you
still
move it
do
to the
have a
garage?
trunk full of. In fact, right now half of it's in one car and half's in the other. So
Oh, wow.
I don't know why. But yeah, I gotta get rid of that crap. And he did leave me some stuff too. He left me a power supply that I was supposed to give to Leanne. I don't know
Oh.
for what.
Yeah. There's Mike. Hi, Mike.
There's Mike
Mike, Ron, Pete?
Greetings.
and Satina, Pete. Great, people are showing up.
Hello, Dave.
Hey, oh, there's Pete.
Hi, Ed.
Hello,
Ron.
Pete.
Hi, Pete.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello, Flip.
Hey, hi, guys.
Hi, everybody.
great.
Hello.
Hello, Ed, Jeff, Dave.
How's it going?
Yep.
Ron.
Is that Tina? No.
Tina's here,
That's her
but she
chair.
stepped away. That's her chair. Yeah. I'm not sure if her audio works, but she's here. Hopefully DJ shows up. He's got my program. He's got our program.
Hey Ed, how you doing?
Good, Pete. How are you?
Staying up, Ed. Putting up with the heat.
Yeah. I'm done with that.
Yeah.
I know, I will. It's very good.
It's
Been
hot
working on
out there
a
again.
puzzle, Pete?
Hmm?
Been working on a puzzle?
Keith's looking
Oh, as a
up
matter of
there.
fact, I have. Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Jeff.
Me?
Jeff. You can
Oh,
see it
Jeff.
right
I
over your
couldn't tell who
shoulder.
was talking.
Yeah, it was Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about 1/4 of the way done.
Oh,
How many pieces, Pete?
1,000.
That was, oof.
Can't get ahead.
You know, I come in a couple times each day, put 4 or 5 pieces in place, and then leave it. So
You're not working too hard on it.
no.
That's good.
No.
What would really be bad, Pete, is that at the end you found out you were missing 5 pieces.
Oh, that.
That's all. I could swear right now I'm missing pieces.
You probably are.
That's the way it works. You spend all that time on it. Oh, I'm 5 pieces missing.
better keep an eye on Vicky. She might be
Yeah,
sabotaging.
Yeah, there you go. Or if you have a cat or something, get to
Oh,
watch out.
gosh.
Yeah.
Hey, Pete.
Hello, Tina.
Tina,
Tina's
Tina's
muted.
muted.
She's
I don't know
muted.
if I can. I can't
Unmute
really-
your
I don't know.
speaker.
I can't really unmute her. I can ask her to unmute herself. I don't know if that works. Ask to unmute. Does that work?
You're muted, Tina. We can't hear you.
Yeah. Maybe there's nothing she can do.
Hi.
Well, if
Everybody
she's
can
got
wave
the-
to Tina.
If she's got the mouse, she can go down the left-hand corner and it'll show her.
I
how to-
don't know why it worked when I was there the other day. At least I thought it did. Yeah.
It'd be in the lower left corner.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's like a little microphone
Hey,
icon
Tina.
in the lower left-hand corner.
Tina, if you see a little microphone in the lower left corner of your screen, do you see that?
You just click on it.
Hey, click on that.
Yeah, put your mouse down there and just click on that little microphone.
On the window that you're seeing on us on, just click the lower left-hand corner if it's in a window. No,
Left click.
I think she's swearing in Portuguese.
could be.
Oh, she heard you.
This as well. She's muted.
Yeah. All right.
Tina, do you see that little picture of the microphone? Okay,
She's getting up on it.
Got the hand signals going.
Oh,
Put your mouse on that microphone and left click it.
Left click it. All right. Well, let's see. We have key people missing. Hopefully,
yeah, about 40 of them.
DJ shows up
I know.
and the club treasurer Mike shows up. BUW.
hey Pete, if you need a puzzle partner, Gail loves those things.
Does she really?
Oh gosh, yes.
Oh. Well, she can try this one when I'm done.
How many piece puzzle is it, Pete?
1,000.
1,000? Yeah, they take a while.
Last time I did one, it took me about 3 months.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that was working 24/7, right?
Not too far.
That's mean.
Yeah. Oh, well, you know, that's about what I know about puzzles. They take time, you know.
They do.
I remember as a kid being obsessed with getting them solved, but
Yeah.
as an
Here comes
adult.
Randy.
Randy, God, where's he been?
There he is. Hey, Randy.
Hello, Randy.
Yeah.
How do you do all?
Hey, there's Randy.
Hello,
Hey,
Randy.
Randy.
We don't have Steve here yet either. Thought he showed up
I'm
early.
I was on the radio.
Oh, you make contacts? Or
Do I
just
hear
John-
do I
Mac
hear
Wreckage
voice?
John?
Do I have voice?
You do.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, we
Somebody
can.
say something.
You were on the radio. What were you doing? Making contacts?
No, just BSing that line.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought, actually. Curious.
You're expecting way too much of me, Dave.
Were you on 3888?
Yeah,
Yeah.
3888.
3888.
What's the rotten frequency on 75? Is it 38?
I used to know that.
3948.
Is that what
39,
it
is it
is?
3948? That's our frequency.
No, that's ours. Yeah. That may be rotten. We don't know yet.
No, there is a
What are you
there's a
trying to
bad
say?
boy frequency, and I can't remember what it is.
No, there's one frequency where all
Yeah,
the
I know what you're talking
weirdos
about.
seem to congregate. You know. and
I know what it
blah,
is on 14. I know what I mean on 20 meters.
20 meters.
14.
14, 213.
Yeah, 213.
213. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if all the weirdos congregate there, Flip, I don't know. I couldn't tell you that. frequency.
And then, of course, there's that weird 2-meter repeater, which actually is pretty strong here, where they have nothing. I don't know if it's still around. They had nothing but people on there that were like trying to outdo each other as far as how strong they can come into the repeater. So they would talk over each other and play recorded music and all this other BS all day long. Like everything you can do that's illegal, they would do it. Cuss, play each other back, pre-recorded, playing each other to embarrass each other. I don't know.
Is that
It's really
Anza?
disturbing stuff.
Is that from Enza?
Yeah, so someone that's got the odd split, like 1.6. It's a 2-meter repeater with a really weird split. It's listed in the book. I cannot remember what it's called. It's been a long time since I've listened to that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hey, Jeff, is that a new flag? Is that a new flag you got behind you?
Actually, what it is, it's a background of a flag that my flag that I put out in front, and I put it at half mast. And I took a picture of it, and I wanted to put it on here, and it came out like this.
Oh,
It's
Kind of
its background. For some reason, it's only appearing in certain places. It's
Yeah,
weird.
I wanted the half mast picture.
You need a blue screen, Jeff, behind you. You got to buy one. Just kidding. If you had a blue screen, it would work perfectly.
Blue replaced green.
Blue screen. A blue screen.
Yeah, I know, but they talk about.
Oh
a
yeah,
green
it used to be.
screen,
I
too.
don't know. I guess you could get a good green screen too.
I think you can use either one.
I think either one
blue or
works
green.
now.
Yeah.
It's a chroma.
Yeah.
I think you might be right. They're generally green screens.
Tina's got the expert in there now.
good evening, Hans.
There you go. Here's Hans.
Steve. Hi, Steve.
Steve's here.
I flip.
Here,
Hi,
he's got a
Ron.
voice.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah, DJ's here.
There's
That's the most
DJ.
important. Oh, we're only missing Treasure.
Where's
Yeah.
Sam?
Sam. Where's Sam?
Yeah, where's Sam?
And who else is missing? Somebody else is missing. Mike Mendoza. Where are you? So is that right, DJ? Did I get it right? Batteries and solar? Is that
Battery off-grid power, emergency
off-grid?
power.
Okay. Off-grid power. Send me an email so I'm brain dead sometimes.
No, some more.
I know you told me like a week ago.
There's the treasurer.
Yeah, he didn't take off the Tahiti like we thought.
There he is. We still have our money. He's still here. Hello, Mike.
Hello.
I'm
Cool.
trying to arrange it so that Edie can see the new puppy.
New
Oh,
pup.
uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Cute. Oh, look at those ears. My goodness.
Comes George flying in.
It's her name is Sadie.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Sadie.
There you go. Hey, George.
Hey, George.
Hey.
Hey, we even have sound. All right.
Anyhow,
All the way from
Good
Las
addition to the
Cruces, huh,
family.
George?
Yeah, George is in Las Cruces, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, by way of Ukaipa, guys.
Yeah.
Ukaipa. He's got a remote base.
Yeah.
and here I thought you upgraded to Mentone.
Hey, George, did your escrow close up there in Prescott?
Michael, don't be telling stories out of school.
Mike's got his script now. He had to print something. Okay. Well, you know what? It's just about time.
Hey, John.
John's here?
You're recovering. John, you're recovering.
John's here. All right. John, how's it going?
That pneumonia is a slow process.
Okay. Well, take care of yourself.
Oh, John.
You're looking good.
Looks
Nice
like
to see you.
Dr. Steve sitting right above him. He's got a step.
Yeah, it looks like it's a doctor.
I could go get a stethoscope, yes.
change your shirt or something. Put on green. What do they call it?
Yeah, or scrubs.
Green
Yeah,
scrubs,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
All right. All right, who's playing music? That's Bill.
Oh, it's
Sounds
gotta
like
be
Bill.
Bill Seymour. Hey, Bill, you got your radio on or something? Bill, that was Bill.
If that was
Listen
more,
to music.
if that was more contemporary, I'd say it'd be Gene.
Yeah, true, huh? Okay.
16, that's pretty good.
Bill is outdoors.
Bill is outside. Oh, he's at a shindig of some sort. It looks like fun. Oh, yeah, a park. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, where would he be? I don't know. Yeah. Well, I'm out on the front porch.
Is that the dog park?
It's almost like a park.
Yeah. Bill, can you come on real quick and tell us where you're at?
Unmute.
Yeah, you're muted now. I didn't do it. It's not my fault. Bill, can you tell us where you're at? Real quick. Just curious.
You're muted, Bill.
Yeah, he should know that. Oh, I thought I heard something for a second. Oh, well. Looks like fun. All right. Well, let's get this thing going. This is SPARC, the San Gorgonio Pass Amateur Radio Club, and this is our our normal monthly meeting for August. Last month we had a actual physical meeting that didn't really turn out well. We ended up having fun seeing each other at the park, but was a kind of a disorganized meeting. And so we went back to Zoom because we still don't have a real legitimate spot to meet. But here we are. And I'm Dave Klaus, the president. And we normally start with the Pledge of Allegiance, and George is here. So I'm going to make him turn on his microphone and start us off.
You want? No, my mic's on. You want me to get it? Want me to get my flag?
Yeah.
No, Jeff has one.
Jeff's got one.
Jeff's got a flag right behind
Jeff's
him.
got a nice, great big one.
Oh yeah, he really does. All right.
There you go. John's got one too.
Let's begin.
All right.
I pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, that was,
and that's the ideal.
That was not bad, as that goes. Thanks, guys. Okay. We did our pledge. We have 16, I count, 4x4.
Yeah.
So I'm going to write that down as the official count right now anyway. People might come in. I'm going to mute you guys if you're making noises, but so far it's not so bad. We will go ahead and say, first off, Jeff sent out the meetings in email form. I'm sure some of you guys actually looked at it and read it. Is there any questions about the minutes as they were sent out by Jeff for last month's meeting? Which was
thanks to
incredible coordination that took to make those meeting minutes. Okay. Nobody's objecting, so I'm going to. Okay, I'm really bad at Robert's rules. How do I do this?
I make a motion, you accept.
Yeah, I make a motion to accept the minutes. Thank you, Mike. Mike seconds the motion, and we will. There's no objections. Everybody says yes, so we'll carry those minutes. No objections. Okay.
May I comment?
Yes, go, Jeff. Go. I'm sorry, Steve. Go.
On my dad's hunting trips back in the 50s, 60s, and early 70s, no one complained about the cooking for a good reason. You know why?
They would have to do. They become
That's
a cook.
correct. And actually, the cook was the school superintendent who lived at the time kitty corner from where I happen to live right now.
Oh, okay.
And so that was the rule that complained about supper or anything like that. Too bad. You're up. So same thing with Jeff. Who's going to complain about the minutes?
I don't think we're going to complain about him. He does an excellent job. I mean,
That's
it's
right.
very, very thorough. With pictures, it was really nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Treasurer's report, Mike. What's going on? You still got some money in the bank?
Yeah, I put a whole $750 in the bank
Wow.
for Henry for the end of the year. And after that, we have $5,708.71.
$8 or 80?
5708.71.
Okay.
I want to bring this up because otherwise I'll probably forget. I'll probably forget anyway. But Perry, I saw Perry earlier this week, and he gave me $20, and he wanted to be a member for another year. I didn't really say anything to him. I'm going to make sure the $20 gets into the club account, though. So I owe you $20, Mike.
Oh,
Normally we have to fill out a form to become a member, and he didn't do that, so I'm not sure we're going to actually give him membership.
So Perry is a member for another year, huh?
Yeah, he wants to be on the roll, so if you want to make that happen, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
He doesn't live in the state anymore, but whatever.
But there's a lot of clubs that go multi-state, and the
True,
second thing
true.
is he can check in via Zoom. He can check
That's
in
right.
on
That's
on
right. Although he
repeaters that
probably
are
won't. But
trunked repeater systems that So
I just wanted to be
why not?
straightforward with that and bring it
Yeah.
to your attention. So, okay. So add $20 to that report. There we go. DJ, so tell us what's going on tonight. More details.
Oh, we're going to be looking at off-grid operations. That'd be emergency and off-grid. So solar panels, batteries, generators, inverters, and I think that's it.
You got recorded content? You have video or something?
Little of everything.
Okay, excellent. And Bill, I know your microphone's probably disabled. I guess we'll excuse you from talking about net control duties. We will give Bill credit for keeping that page on the website going with all the proper information, being sure people are scheduled, being sure people with the right types of radio get the right kind of, repeater, non-repeater operation, all that stuff. He keeps track of it all. So thanks to Bill. And then Mike, BUW, tell us about a little bit of Aries. What's going on?
Right now they're planning like a drill sometime this year. It's not going to be about the shakeout. It's going to be sometime in October. I don't think they just calling it a set test.
Okay.
So, and then we got an invitation from Monty over in Ukaipa. He wants to try to get some kind of MCOM going, and what he wants to do is have something covering the whole pass. So, and
how do you make money?
What's that?
How do you make money in this business?
No.
Yeah.
I'm a little curious about that. It doesn't seem possible to make money by having an amateur radio repeater, but maybe I'm ignorant. Okay.
Isn't that
Races.
illegal?
What's that?
Isn't that illegal?
Yeah, technically it is. I mean,
Make
directly.
money
You
off
can't.
our radio?
You can't. Well, what's illegal is using amateur radio in business of any kind, or using it to conduct business, using it maybe to as like a business communications device. That's what's illegal.
Did I say something wrong? I don't know what you're talking about. I talked about Monty.
Oh, you said something about somebody making money by having a repeater.
No,
and it just,
no.
my
He doesn't want to know.
hairs on my back of my head just stood up. Okay.
No, he wants to organize hams.
Oh, okay. So he's trying to raise money. I understand now. Okay.
Yeah. Raise up the Minutemen.
So he's doing charity work, or he's trying to bring in the repeater using charity. Okay.
That's without the brownies, though.
Okay, that's legal, by the way. PASCOM. Joe's not here. We haven't had a PASCOM meeting, have we, Steve?
Negative.
Yeah. Emergency communications. I'm going to skip PASCOM. Is there any comments on PASCOM?
No, I have no comments.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about emergency communications in general? Anybody?
Well, for just a kind of an oddity, I listened to when I was preparing for net control last evening. My dual bander that has 440 on it was sitting on Santiago Peak, the 447.08.
Right.
And I was picking up what sounded very much like the command channel for the Lytle Creek fire.
Wow.
Judging from the conversation between the two parties, and all I can think of is that it was a harmonic. And as my brother, it's possible. My brother pointed out that they might want to know that because that's
it
not
doesn't seem
legal.
likely, but you know, the other possibility is there are a lot of other repeaters on that pair.
Yes,
and
yes,
somebody might just been fooling around with the cross banding or some dumb crap.
Either that or it was
that's
going
legal,
out
by the
and it
way.
was just the you know, as you mentioned that, it could have been that because of the strong signal it just washed over.
Yeah, something like that.
you
Or
know,
it's coming
it
through
could
the
have done-
input. It could be coming through the input
Yes,
if it's
yes.
a harmonic as well.
Well, that's what it was. It was not.
Yeah.
It was not keying the repeater. It was strictly simplex.
So it's coming out through the output frequency.
Yeah.
If it was keying
right.
the repeater would time out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that would have worked. Okay.
Anyway.
Well, all right. Just curious if there's anybody that has any questions about emergency communications. I think we'll move on. Field day. Gee, I don't know. We had a great field day. I want to give DJ a lot of credit for organizing it and doing all the hard work.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thanks, DJ.
I think that was Steve.
Steve too.
Right.
And
well,
Sam. Where's Sam? I don't know what happened to Sam.
Well,
Sam also
was
was
there.
very involved with it. So.
Yeah, and Father
I
Ron
wasn't.
donated, and Father Ron donated the use
Yes,
of his
Father
motorhome.
Ron donated the use of his
Yeah.
motorhome. That was cool.
Yeah.
I did see some pictures. All right. I think I went out there at one point. But whole business. I don't know. We're still looking for a place and for our meetings. I think this is kind of really old business now. So keep your eyes out.
Dave?
Yes.
Dave?
Yes.
Mike here.
Mike.
Have you done any exploration with regard to the hospital, the module C and classroom B?
No.
Okay.
We had a lot of pushback only because people were concerned that the hospital probably would be, not keen on us using their facilities while, we're in this situation. But if you'd like to contact them.
I'm sorry?
If you'd like to contact them, I don't know. I don't even have a contact over there anymore, but.
Wasn't Sam going to contact him?
Was Sam, okay, see, I'm terrible at memory. It's probably in your minutes.
Oh, we have Joey. I can't think of his last name. He's
Hunter.
Hunter.
Joey
he's
Hunter. Okay.
Yeah, he's the director of.
So Sam's the guy, and he's missing in action today. Okay, well.
In my humble opinion, I believe that the request for that should come from the club president.
Okay. Well, like I say, I don't know the people there, but I'll be happy to talk to the person. Sam, can you set that up for me?
Isn't Sam kind of tight with all those people in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I'd rather it come from somebody that, at least, like I say, I'll be there. I can even talk. We could be on the phone together. We can do a Zoom meeting, whatever.
Well, the bottom line is Sam with his contacts can grease the skids, and if they want a letter from the president, they can write one after Sam has done the work to see if it's feasible or not.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave.
I agree.
I talk to Joey Hunter not infrequently, and
there you go, Pete.
Usually it's by text message.
Oh, okay.
So if you'd like his text address, I'll give it to you.
But he's not going to know me from Adam.
Well, he doesn't know me from Adam.
Well, how do you? You've contacted him before, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just tell him every time. I'm from the SPARC organization.
I'm I'm an IT guy. If somebody I didn't know texted me, I wouldn't even respond. I'll be honest, unless I was convinced that it was real. But I'm just saying, I'd rather have an introduction. That's all. Okay.
Well, what are the particulars? We want a meeting room once a month.
We want a meeting room, and we'd love to have the only problem I foresee is parking, but we'd love to have the module B if we can get that.
Module B.
That's where we do C, whatever it is, where we do our texting. Yeah.
And so, from like 7 to 9 or 6:30 to 9.
7 to 9, yeah, something like that in the evening.
I'm wondering about the Fire Station 2 on Wilson Street, not the Wilson EOC, but the
You're talking about
other fire station. Yeah, we have met there
the
in
museum.
the past.
You're talking about the museum?
No. Well, it was the museum. It was, yes.
And now it's no a real fire station again.
No, I think it's just an empty building.
Oh, okay.
And
it's where the museum used to be. Okay, I know.
Yeah, we have met there once or twice.
I do remember that.
Yeah, and there is room, and there's plenty of parking.
So we have to deal with City of Banning to get permission for that?
Probably City of Banning. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who would that be, Steve? Would that?
I'm guessing it would be the city manager. Who?
The fire department still in there?
I don't know if the fire department has anything in there.
Okay.
All right. It may have an engine out there, just as a backup. That wouldn't surprise me. But as far as us meeting in there, it's got sufficient room for a meeting. Right. Yeah. And it's not in the engine bay either.
I'll look up the address.
Yeah.
Let's see. Because I like that idea. It seems like that place had lots of parking.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we had more contacts in the city, though. All right. I'll see what I can
Well, I emailed the police chief about a matter, and he did get back to me and gave the job to one of his lieutenants who got back to me in detail.
Right.
So there is some response. Maybe he's trying.
That was a police matter, though, probably, right?
No.
No?
Well, it was in a way. Yeah, it was. It had to do with location. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think there's any council people there I know anymore. I used to know some of them, like Franklin.
Yeah, I don't know any of them either.
I don't know any of them now. Jeff, do we have any Sun Lakes people that are council people now? No.
I say that again.
Do we have any Sun Lakes people that are city councilmen for Banning?
No, not anymore.
Used to. I know he used to.
Doug Schultz moved out. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll see what I can find out. And let's see. I'm gonna write myself a note.
Dave, the bottom line is anybody working the issue in the form of an action item or something? Because it doesn't seem like we're making any progress.
I know.
At least making contact.
I think that was kind of left on Sam, and because Sam's not here today, it's kind of blowing it here. Don't know what happened. All right, Sam. I don't know what could happen. He just forgot about it, probably.
Actually, I think he was reminded on the radio today. So maybe he had something else going on.
That's possible. Okay. All right, you know what? I'm going to add to this fire station. So I can put that in the minutes. All right, let's keep going.
Yeah, 6 enemy, KB 68.
That's a good idea, Jeff. All right.
Someone might text him. In fact, give me a second. Let me go get my phone. I'll be right back.
Sure.
Hey, Tina, it looks like you're unmuted. Do we hear you?
Where's she?
Say something.
We don't hear her. It's not
No
working.
audio.
Oh, well.
No, not working.
Shoot. All right, well, we're about to ready to take break. I've got the only other action item I'm showing here is regarding the city of Banning, or Beaumont, the other city. And I think that was Sam, too, that was supposed to, I guess, actually, we pretty much know we're not going to get access to their gear. So I guess we're going to have to take them off the roll call list, plan, whatever you want to call it. Until we get cooperation from the city, we can't really do anything. So we're going to go ahead and take a break, and then we'll have DJ's program. Do you have a question, DJ? Go ahead.
I got some kind of like new business.
Sure, go for it.
New business?
Kind of.
Yeah.
I was kind of want to see how many people would maybe want to get involved with Parks on the Air. It'd be more like getting some radios out and going to a park and setting up for a day and working some stations. Wanted to see if that was something.
It's like, what kind of park? And just
they have a list of parks that would qualify, and I think there's a few of them around here that are close to us. Wildwood Canyon State Park is one of them. Paris. There's definitely a few parks around here that are on their list that they would like to have.
I have interest in. Okay.
Hey, DJ,
Cans.
there's
Count. Can we count?
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jeff, you got your hands in your mouth, or are you putting your hand in the air?
I was yawning. Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
And this is probably something we could send out to the
that sounds like we got almost 50%. So I don't know. Whatever.
I think
go for it.
Yeah, if I'll send out the entry fee and see our entry and see what.
Yeah, see how many people are reply. That's a good idea.
That way what is it?
It's a national movement that's kind of hot right now.
Right.
That there's a lot of stations on during the day on POTA, Parks on the Air, and it seems like, is that a time window, DJ? Is it like, are they doing it all this month, or what's going on there? Do you have any idea?
Let's see here.
Is there a particular frequency?
I don't know if there's. I'll have to look into it a little bit. I don't know. I think once they accept your park that you're going to go to, then you go set up for the day. And the idea is to at least try to get 50 or 60 or maybe more contacts. And
can we use the club call sign or anything like that?
I'll look into that. We definitely switch. But what's nice is you stay on one frequency. You're not hopping.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you stay on one frequency and you kind of get your pile up that way, but it's not a massive pile up. It's one of those slow pile ups where you can kind of pick through and get everyone that's in line.
I know we have a lot of club members that are interested in setting up, for field operations and stuff. So, which is kind of goes along with what you're going to do with the program tonight. So that's cool. All right, what do you guys think? 10 minutes?
Sure.
So we'll get
a quick question.
Sure, I'll go for it. Any questions?
DJ, do we have any results of field day? Do we know
I knew you guys were going to ask about that. I put all the paper. I don't know where I put that.
Delegated.
I'm bad, dude. I lose stuff so fast.
There you go.
I mean, that was 2 months ago.
I know.
And I have them all stapled. I have probably about a stack of papers that thick stapled. I have to go through and fill out dupe sheets. And the way the dupe sheets are is you have to use the call sign of theirs, and it's the last 3 letters, 2 letters, or whatever they have, and you got to fill in the boxes.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why they get so thick. So I have them.
Okay.
All right. No hurry, DJ, no hurry.
And in December it will be printed. And last year we had the issue of they knew it wasn't going to be perfect, is what their response was to me.
Last year we actually did it the old-fashioned way. A lot of us did it on paper. This year, did we have 100% digital, or was it?
No, we had a few logs, which is fine.
Still at the field, I guess you're.
At the field we were all paper, but there's a couple others that had paper too.
Okay.
So no big deal. It takes a few minutes to fill out the boxes, and
it's not necessarily a lot more difficult. I get. Okay. Any other questions or comments before we move to the?
Yeah, Dave, I got one.
Yeah, go ahead.
At the field day, OUJ club member requested that we provide some kind of radio support for the adding stagecoach days.
Yeah, actually, we talked about this a little bit during the net last week. I think it was, not this week. Yeah, he's looking for volunteers now. Did he send out information, Jeff? Did you get anything?
No, I haven't got anything.
Because he was supposed to send us some stuff.
Yeah. I'll send him an email.
Remind him. Yeah, send him an email and remind him. Because, yeah, he was talking about, I guess, Stagecoach Days is what, the 15th or something of September?
11 through 14, I
11
think.
through 14? Okay, right.
Yes, they were looking for people for working in the parking lot and around the rodeo part.
So just general handheld communications. So if you're interested.
I think he did say that they're not having a carnival this year, so
right.
I'm going to assume that maybe that
it's just the rodeo. He said it was just the rodeo.
Serving a beer or anything, because
no, I don't know.
I worked at a couple of times when we had the rodeo and the carnival, and
apparently the police take care of the parade, and the rodeo is all they're having this year. So, but that's what they want assistance with parking for the rodeo.
Yeah,
so
we did provide assistance for the parade one year. I remember.
Yeah, I know we did, but this year they said Banning PD is taking care of it. So.
Oh. Okay.
Well, what he did say was parking for the rodeo. It was just basically a monitoring position. The kids themselves would direct the cars over.
They don't have to do anything.
You don't have to do anything. You just
communicate with somebody on the other side of the parking lot.
Yeah.
Just say tell them how many cars are coming, or well, I don't know what it is exactly, but just communications. Okay. Send them this way, send them that way, whatever. All right, and that's we'll get more. We'll have more information on that soon, and we'll get that stuff back out to you via email. Let's go ahead and break for about 10 minutes. Come back in about 20 minutes till 40 minutes after 6. My watch stopped working. Time thing. Oh, there it is. 6:40. Come back about 6:40.
1940.
1940. Sorry.
Yeah, 740.
I'm not a military man. I'll admit it right now.
Yeah, what's that in people time?
People time. Pacific Standard Time.
Randy, for you, it's the big hand is on 8 and the little hand's on 7.
I don't have numbers on my watch.
Wait a minute. Let me give out my calculator for this.
Okay.
1600, which means happy hour.
Hey, Dave, I'm the reason.
That's 1700.
That's 1700. Yeah, not 16.
Flip, I'm the reason they dropped analog clock in school.
Oh.
Randy, freeze right there. Go back a little bit. Now you look like you have 2 big ears on top of your head.
Well, yeah,
That's
there you go.
Human dog. A dog with a human face.
Yeah.
Those are microwave antennas.
Yeah, there you go.
Trust me, I wish I had.
They look like them.
Dish antennas.
They look like it.
1200 megahertz. Yeah.
I wish I had her reception.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
That's so true.
Okay, I just sent an email to OUJ.
Oh, thanks, Jeff.
And I got no reply from Sam. So I texted him, so he must be busy.
Huh. Okay. It's kind of
Or
unusual
he's
he
in
misses
hiding.
meetings. I hope he's okay. I think he's probably fine. He's probably just watching the news or something. He's upset, which I was earlier today.
Well, there's a good way to ruin an afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. It's a big downer.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
John, I hope you're feeling better. I mean, you got to shake that stuff.
Yeah, it's rough.
The doctor tells me it's about a 5 to 6 week process.
Really?
Why?
I'm down 2 weeks now.
You know how you got it, John?
Yeah, yeah. What's the story? How did you get it?
I don't know.
It's
Pneumonia is
infection.
pneumonia. I don't know how I got it. But
Wow.
he said the pneumonia will be gone in about, what, 5, 6 weeks. He said the cough that
Oh,
I got
last.
will probably stay a week or two longer than that.
Huh.
And that's obviously a lot because of my advanced age.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
John, did you get the pneumonia vaccine?
yeah,
Yeah,
I've
you
had
still-
all my shots are up to date.
Didn't work, I guess.
Apparently.
What are they, John? What are they giving you for to clear up the liquid in your lungs? That's really what pneumonia is.
Antibiotics, excuse me, antibiotics. I got an inhaler.
Inhaler.
Ah, there you go.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Lucky Strikes.
Oh, yeah, that'll help.
Randy.
It's not the 30s anymore, Randy. Come on.
But he said it's been a week since I saw the doctor. He said lungs are clearing up. It's just tightness in the chest, difficulty of breathing,
Yeah.
and cough. That's
Got it.
because I don't talk too much, and I start getting a coughing spasm.
So don't talk.
Don't laugh.
So, John, we know you didn't get it by going out on a cold, rainy day.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
what? Is that how you get it?
Well,
I
I
don't
haven't
know.
seen any of those lately.
Hey, John, can you mail some of that to Randy? Maybe he needs.
Oh, jeez, no, I don't think Randy needs it.
I get the hint clip.
Maybe he'll
Well, I
give
was
us-
gonna say I should just keep talking because that way we won't have to worry about him laughing.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, gosh. Well, I hope you get better, John. I mean, that's
Yeah,
really a
get better.
slow process.
Hey,
It's, I had.
it is
I
a
had-
slow one, and I'm working on it.
It's probably when you went to get that blood test at the, I saw
I
it
had
on
it
there.
when I was in. I had it when I was in the Army, and I was down for a week and a half in bed and could hardly move for coughing and everything. And it took about a month to get over it, about 3-4 months. Walking pneumonia that advanced.
That's what I had. When I came back from Europe in 2001. I
Yeah.
was sick when I was there,
Yeah.
and I thought it was a cold. It felt like a cold, and everybody got it. Everybody was with ended up getting it, but and I think it was kind of a virus. But for me, it turned into a walking pneumonia.
Yeah.
And finally went to the doctor, and he's like, "Oh man, you're really sick." It's like,
Go ahead,
gave me antibiotics, and a week later, I was perfect.
Lady right behind me, she got double pneumonia. She was in the hospital for 11 days,
Wow.
and she's been at home now with under oxygen 24/7 for about 6 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
It's always worse somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
But the
Well,
lungs.
as long as you guys are getting better, that's the important thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The lungs can take a long time to heal, and that's really sad.
Yeah, you got to really take care of yourself while you're recovering. That's the hard part.
I have a ham buddy that's on 72, and he got COVID actually, and he had his 2 shots, but he was down for about 2.5 weeks.
It's nasty stuff.
Yeah.
And everybody seems to react to it a little bit different. I mean, there's some commonalities, but some people it hits harder. Some people,
Well,
the
it's
customer-
much like the cold, I think, depending on your immune system.
Yeah,
Very
right,
fat.
exactly.
My wife says that there have quite a big increase in the number of people coming in for tests, and a lot of them are vaccinated already, but they because of the Delta variant, there's a big concern. And one of her nurses actually had to is in quarantine.
Wow.
And but the numbers have gone from let's see, in June and part of July from the 20s, low teens to the 20s. Now they're well up over 100 and 150 to 200 again.
Yeah, but I'm curious about the death rate, regardless of the quantity of people going to the hospitals. And two, there's even San Gorgonio has what they call clonal antibodies, and Regeneron and so forth is a very viable treatment to the percent of 80% with somebody that's got it. If they get to the hospital within 10 days, they can be treated with clonal antibodies. And I'll tell you, that's a great therapy. If you get to the hospital, they give you the therapy, and boom, you're on your way.
Yeah, I was reading other people got that therapy. Seemed like it worked pretty well.
Yeah, it does. That's the science, and the science doesn't lie, I guess.
There's a possibility that antibodies from llamas and I believe one other animal may be of use because they're so much tinier than the antibodies that we produce, that they figure they may provide better protection. But it's just it's just experimentation. That's all it is right now.
Well, well, it's gone beyond that, Steve, in that they're taking clonal antibodies, and all it is basically the same technique as they're doing for COVID-19, in that they're picking a different protein, which is the messenger, different protein, and they can tune that protein so that your immune system then reacts to that particular protein, and of course that should align itself with the Delta
Thanks,
variant.
Flip, by the way, because you're going to gain our YouTube video a COVID warning, no doubt. So
Why?
Appreciate that. Because if you even bring it up, if you even talk about it at all,
it will be distorted and
no, they won't. They won't do that. They just give it a warning. They don't.
Okay, Dave, I apologize.
It's not. Was it your fault? Okay, I'm sorry.
That explains why Ginger and I haven't got COVID-19, because we got the 3 llamas out and back.
That's right.
That's true.
We're breathing in the chromosomes or whatever they are.
Yeah.
Extra.
I don't think that's what you're breathing in.
I was reading that. I was reading that coronavirus infects animals as well as humans, so that actually, in a way, it makes sense.
Coronavirus, just the coronavirus itself, there's many of them, and dogs have a lot of coronaviruses, and they deal with it no problem.
Right. They get colds just like humans do.
Sure.
Yeah.
We're at intermission right now. I just wanted to let you know that I'm at the outdoor concert at the Calam Mesa Country Club.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
Who's there tonight?
Well, it's a group called the Alumni Acoustic. It's 6 guys, all men. And I find the use of the word acoustic odd, because every one of them is playing an electric guitar.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But what they're doing is they're basically doing a survey or a history of rock music. They started with doo-wop, and they've worked their way through
folk music and
folk rock. They're right at folk rock now. So we're at an intermission. I assume that then they will move on. But they covered the British invasion. They covered San Francisco scene. They covered Laurel Canyon. And so
that should be
it's pretty entertaining. They're pretty good musicians. I'm afraid they're not as good as singers as they play. Because quite frankly, they're playing a lot of extremely famous music by people like the Byrds and Crosby, Stills and Nash, who had fabulous harmonies, and they're just their voices are not the same.
It ain't cutting it. Yeah.
It's hard.
But
hard
it's still good music. It's still good music.
A lot of those groups that are, that concentrate on one band and then they emulate the one band. That's a lot easier than trying to play everything, because that really takes talent.
But you know what, Bill? That's not uncommon. We have band groups here that come to Sun Lakes.
That's true.
Identically the same thing. You talk to anybody, say, boy, the music's great, but boy, their voices lack a little bit.
You're talking about the bar bands.
Yeah, it's very common. It's very common.
We have bands on Friday, either at the bar. Now they're outside most of the time in the veranda. People would love that. It's fun.
Yeah, the music's great. I mean, it's good stuff.
Well,
is it almost time? It is time. Look at that.
I'm gonna actually lose light. I'm gonna lose light here.
Okay.
So I'll just be a black hole. So I don't think I'll stick around for the second half.
That's fine. You don't have to. But you can
but
watch it on YouTube, Bill.
Yeah. So true.
So we'll send out a link. Whatever.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, thanks.
No problem.
See you, Bill.
Hasta.
All right. So I think we're going to continue on, right? DJ, do I give you control? Is that what happens?
DJ's not there right
now. He disappeared on me.
Yes, you need your control.
There, he's here. He's just saying.
He's a sheep or
make host. This is dangerous, DJ. I'm going to make you the host. You have host privileges. Let me go change my view. Speaker. I don't know why it always goes to flip. Where's DJ? Oh, there we go. Let's get this minimized, maybe.
DJ, you look different. You look like Flip.
What happened?
There it is.
And we got the screen now, right? Everybody should see.
You can see my screen?
Yeah. We see your screen.
All right. I'll be kind of flipping it back and forth and showing you guys things I have here on my desk, and there's some videos in here and things like that.
Cool.
Good.
So this is going to be about emergency power and off-grid power. Obviously, emergency that we will need to be able to be off-grid, especially if the power goes out or there's other circumstances that require us to be off-grid. So that's why we're taking a look at this. And also, when we go out and do activities outside of our homes, and like campsites or other events. All right. What we'll be covering is how much power do we need? Solar and charge controllers, batteries and their types, battery chargers and inverters, generators and maintenance and safety. All right. How much power do we need? I took my radio. This is the radio, the HF radio I have here in the shack, and it's published at 22 amps at during transmit. And standby with audio is 1.5 amps. That's just sitting on the desk with the static going on HF. That's what it's gonna pull is 1.5 amps, 1.2 amps with no speaker. So if it's muted. Well, the 100-watt radio, and you kind of come up with a little bit difference here because you're going, well, why is my radio? And some of that's lost to resistance. The heat, and you can feel it on your radio. So don't your RF power, your 100 watts out. That's more than you're actually using more than what your radio is telling your radio is going out. So more than 100 watts is going. I'm sorry. You're using more than 100 watts when you're transmitting because your radio is using some of that wattage to produce that, if that makes sense.
Right.
Okay. All right. To figure out amp hours, there's some manufacturers will print their information right on the side of the battery. There is different ratings for how they print these. That they could have a 100 amp hour rating, but then what they do is they do it by time. So they may have a 100 amp hour with a time of 100 or a 20 amps. and they kind of divide it up that way, and they do it kind of to trick the consumer a little bit. So you gotta pay attention. I do have a short video on it. So yeah, they are most of them do they do calculate. So if it's a 100 amp hour battery, they do rate it at 100 hours or a 20-hour rate. And we'll see this in the next video. Once you see the video, it kind of makes sense.
What's up, YouTube?
Can you guys hear that?
Yep.
We use batteries in our everyday life.
Yeah.
Not very many of us know really how they work or understand much about their characteristics. Though one of the biggest questions that I get asked is about capacity. Capacity means the actual quantity of electricity that you can extract out of a battery from one cycle of fully charged battery to fully discharged battery. So how do we measure capacity? Well, you may have noticed on some batteries, like this power tool battery, a measurement that says 4.0 AH or 4.0 amp hours. And an amp hour is the amount of energy charge in a battery that will give you 1 amp or 1 ampere for 1 hour. So that's pretty simple, but unfortunately it gets more complicated. Most battery manufacturers do not all use the same measurement for calculating amp hours or capacity. Some of them will use a 10-hour rate, meaning it takes 10 hours to discharge the battery. Other people will use 20, and others will use 100. So you need to make sure that you look at the fine print on the label. So here's an example of a battery that uses the 100-hour rate. If you were to compare this to a 20-hour battery, you would think that this was much better. However, you need to convert the run rates to the same measurement to be able to compare them accurately. So what does this all mean? Well, let's take a 225 amp hour battery, which is measured at the 20-hour run rate, and do a simple math problem. So you cross out the hours on the top and the bottom, and you divide the top by the bottom, and you get 11.25 amps. And what that means is that this battery is rated to produce 11.25 amps for 20 hours straight. So the last thing that I wanted to mention in this video that's very important is that the more current you draw, the more you lower the capacity of the battery. So in this chart, as you'll see on the right side, the furthermost extreme is 0.33 amps. This battery will run that for 20 hours. But if you were to draw 32.5 amps, it'll only last 4 minutes. So keep that in mind when you're talking about how much battery capacity you need for a specific application. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.
Wow.
So yeah, there are some tricks to that. Most of them use the C20 rating, and that's how most of them are rated. Some of them will use the C100 rating and calculate their rating that way, the amp hours that way. So you got to be careful. All right, types of batteries. Flooded lead acid, that's generally your automotive type batteries. You can have those in deep cycle as well. A lot of deep cycles are that way. They want to vent them and be able to add water and do things, do your maintenance on your batteries. I strongly recommend using a deep cycle battery opposed to a regular car battery. That way you'll get more cycle life out of it. You'll end up ruining a car battery faster if you discharge it over and over and over. You're using the full life of the battery too soon. With a deep cycle, you get more charges, and you can run that battery pretty low, all the way down to 10.2, 10.5, and then recharge it, and it'll be fine. Sealed lead acid. And vented. There's two kinds. These ones are made to be. They're supposed to be leak proof, but the vented ones are known to leak every once in a while. But they are lead acid batteries, just like the flooded, but they're sealed. There are gel type of batteries, AGM or absorbed glass mat, and the newcomer to the block is lithium iron phosphate. Now, there are different type of lithium batteries out there. There's lithium phosphate only, and you see those in items that will take a lot of juice all the way up to the end of its battery life, and then that's all the power you get out of that battery until you recharge it. Those batteries, you see those on like off-road remote control race cars. So it has all the power all the way up to the last drop of power. Then it just stops. There's no more like slowing down or anything like that. But those batteries kind of have issues with blowing up and catching on fire. They really don't like water. Don't get them wet. So, but the newcomer on the block, they're the lithium iron phosphates. They're real light, so very nice for backpacking and things like that.
Are they physically? I mean, are they prone to failure if you drop it or something? And they can,
not
regular lithium, if I'm not mistaken, can actually like burn or something if it's physically smashed.
Damaged. Yes, most of them are in ABS cases, so it kind of takes it away. So I've had this one for a few years now.
Okay.
This one is I calculated it. Has a 4 hour. 4 hour.
4 amp hour.
Yeah, 4 hour. Yes, and it's this thing weighs 2.4 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's
cool.
very light.
Neat.
So I've had this one for about 5 years. I haven't really put a load on it lately, but I checked it earlier and it was 13.8.
Nice.
It's been sitting on the workbench for a few years now.
What kind of amp hours does that draw even at 4 hours? I mean, what kind of amps?
I have no idea. I've never really put this one to the test. I just kind of had it, and it's just kind of been around.
You got to test it.
And you know what's funny? Yeah, I need to if we get together, I'm gonna have one of the low power guys. I can't think of it.
QRM,
QRT,
QRP.
One of the QRPs. But this battery originally had a price tag of $279. I looked earlier today, and it was $149. So the power, the price has definitely come down.
Good.
So, yeah.
That's
expensive. And also, there's one other thing that I'm not sure I quite I do understand that, but I don't know how to calculate it. That is, when you're running sideband, it's not the same as pulling constant carrier amperage, like your transceiver's 22 amps, blah blah blah. Well, that's a constant carrier.
Right.
When you're doing sideband, it's some average over whatever
very low duty cycle.
Yeah, very very low. So you get more time out of the batteries.
Right.
Yes.
Yep. Very true. CW too, because it's on and off, but you're not keying it. It's not on very often.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, just too many mosquitoes.
Oh, go inside then, Steve.
Yeah.
I got destroyed a couple weeks ago. I went to a friend's house.
Yeah.
Slept on his couch. My leg ended up like 20 bites on each leg. It was horrible.
Ouch.
Mosquitoes just devastated my legs. It was weird.
Bino Power is one of the newcomers. They are really taking hold of the ham radio community.
Wow.
Even in their website, when you go to their website, they have right on their first page they have a ham radio section where you click in there, and then they have the 2080 duty cycle. So that would be kind of like your regular, let's go out to the park and hang out and make some contacts. Then they have a field day where the duty cycle is 50-50, and they have charts, and then you can specify your radio, and they'll kind of lean you to the right battery. But these are pricey.
Right.
I did look up a couple of them. Let's see here. But I wanted to make sure that I wanted to see what mine would fall into. I looked up this one right here. And it's $200, but they do give you the options if you want to add the Anderson power poles, or even add the box. You can add the box.
Is this one heavy or light?
This one's light. This is lithium iron phosphate.
It's another lithium iron phosphate. Wow.
With this battery, inside this battery, it has a protector, so it knows how much voltage each cell has, because there's layers of these cells in there. Right. But it makes sure that they all charge evenly and they all discharge evenly.
Oh, cool.
No wonder it's $400.
Well, it's a
Oh
real
no, that's with
battery.
all the bells and whistles. That's with the case and everything. But just the battery is 200.
Oh.
192.99.
So.
Huh. That's not actually. Well, that's expensive, but 20 amp hours. That's pretty good.
And this battery could last about 10 years. You know, when you kind of think about it. I spent $80 on the one for field day, the morning of field day. So you figure I got to do that about every 3 to 4 years. It kind of works out to be about the same.
It's definitely lasts longer.
I have an AGM underneath the desk here that was $200. So, yeah, and it was basically a car battery.
Is it 20 amp hour? 40 amp hour?
I don't know. It's a 24 F group size.
Oh, okay.
It's the same one that'll fit in my truck.
It's a Ford battery, 24F.
Well, Toyota too. So.
Okay. Sounds familiar.
All right, there are a few different types of solar panels out there available. Monocrystalline, that is the top. That's the top brand, class out there. Those are the real black. When you look at them, you can see that it's real black.
Okay.
And that way you know you're getting some good quality. That's what you're looking for. They usually have a real hard plastic over them or glass.
Okay.
But they do make them in foldable packs, so you can if you can get some that are that will fold up and fit down on a backpack or on the outside of a backpack. But you won't be able to bend the centers of them. You won't actually be able to bend the panels. The next one is the polycrystalline. Those ones have the blue, like you'll see the blue. Those are the cheaper ones, and they can be a lot cheaper. They also don't produce as much power as the monocrystalline. They tend to be cheaper. They don't produce as much power. The thin film is kind of a mixture of both, but they're real flexible. You can actually kind of bend these and roll them up and put bungees around them, but you can't roll them up too tight. But you can roll them up to maybe on the outside of your sleeping bag and kind of get that, 10-inch diameter roll and, something like that. And what's nice about these thin film is sometimes they even have a 3M sticky on the back. So all you do is peel them, stick them down on the surface that you want, and you install them. So you can install them on top of cars just by peeling and sticking them down on top of the roof or wherever you want to permanently mount them.
Hey DJ, what was the one that Sam had or you had at field day? Which one was that?
Sam's was his was a monocrystalline.
Yeah.
And that was a very clean setup. I wanted to talk about Sam. I wish he was here. But Sam's at field day, his charge controller was connected to the back of his panels, so it didn't have all these extra leads everywhere. So the only lead that came off of it went straight to the battery.
Oh.
Yeah. Wow. So that was nice because his was a nice compact setup.
So it had a charge panel built in.
It was
or a charge controller built in.
Was built onto it.
Okay.
On the back, it had hinges on the back, and it actually hinged away from the panel, so you could actually read it.
DJ, do you know if any charge controller will work with all these different solar panels? Are they interchangeable as far as the charging systems?
It depends on the panel.
Okay, so you have to pretty much have to buy the right one for the right panel.
Yes, and the majority of them will tell you which way to go.
Okay.
So this one right here is a monocrystalline. You see the nice big. You can tell by how black it is.
Right.
It will have a hard surface on the front, whether it's real hard plastic or glass. You can't flex these at all.
Right.
This is the polycrystalline that you see the blue. So if you ever get in the market and you're thinking, okay, which one? That way you can identify it quickly and understand which one you're getting. If you're going to buy these used or anything like that.
Right.
And then went too fast. This is the thin film. See, it's flexible and then kind of roll up.
That's cool.
So, all right, charge controllers. There's two different types of charge controllers that are like the main, the kind of standardized kind of. The MPP, that's the more expensive one. That's the multi-point tracking. It's 30% more. It has 30% more efficiency than
PWM.
The second one, the pulse width modulation.
Yeah.
The pulse width modulation will have hash.
Yeah.
The reason why is because what it's doing is it's giving your batteries full amperage, then shutting off. Full amperage and shutting off.
It's turning on and off really fast, yes. And that's how it modulates the power.
Right.
Now with the maximum point power point tracking, what it actually resists the volt amperage going out.
Okay.
Out of it. So it actually will convert some of that energy to heat and dissipate it out the back of the charge controller.
Okay.
It's quieter, but they are more expensive.
Right.
So this is the cheaper one. These have really come down.
Yeah, they're so cheap.
Years ago, I can remember these being a couple $100. So, and what's nice is they started coming out with some that have these USBs on the side.
Right.
So now you can charge your phone, plug in other accessories also.
Right.
A lot of radios look to be going to the USB-C connectors for charging now. A lot of the new DMR radios are going to that. So that's going to be nice for charging, especially in the cars and things like this that have USB ports all over the place, so you can always get your radio charged.
Yeah, and the main thing about USB is you're limited to 5 volts. So unless they're using the charge system, because the charge voltage for the newer standards actually quite a bit higher. I think it's 9 and 12 volts for fast charging. So some of them are capable of actually higher voltages. They have to talk to the phone. The phone has to say to it, I'm a fast charging phone, and then it switches from like 5 volts to 9 volts or 12 volts, depending on the phone. And then the phone can fast charge because it has more voltage. So those are only 5 volts out, obviously, which will work for anything. More standard.
This is a picture of the max pulse. Max power. What was it? Max power point tracking, and you see the heat sink on the back.
Yeah.
When it regulates, it's going to use that heat sink to dissipate some of that energy off.
Right.
This one is Bluetooth. You can actually go in there and set parameters as far as how much you want your batteries to charge, how fast you want them to charge. And so you can. So that's why you see this one has a little bit more expense. You could actually set.
It has no controls though, so because it's controlled with a computer basically.
Well, yeah, your
phone,
using your phone, your Bluetooth.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's cool.
And these things do range. There are some cheaper ones, and there are some definitely more expensive ones that get way bigger. So and when you pick these, you got to make sure that you match these to your panels. I believe this one is a 30 amp. This one was a 30 amp controller. You can obviously get ones that are 60 amp and 40, 50, and on up. These ones generally you don't go over 30 amps with these. The pulse width modulators. So once you start adding more and more solar panels, then you do need to move on to this charge controller.
Gotcha.
Cool. Hey DJ, what's the output of the typical panels? What kind of voltage are we talking about?
They depend on the panel. Some will be 30. It depends on. They go up to 200 for a single panel.
The voltage that they rate them at is like with very, very low current. Once you add a load to it, the voltage goes way down.
Yeah.
So
this one right here, this charge controller is actually produced for hams. The buddy pole. It actually has a screen so you can see what how much voltage your battery has, how many amps you're taking off of it, how many amp hours you've used. Right. And it has your solar, so you can see how much you're charging and how many amps you're putting back into the battery. Yeah. So cool. This one is a nice one. This one is $149, but it is geared for hams. This is right from Buddy Pole's page, so I wanted to make sure I did share that one.
That's cool.
Hey DJ, one other question. I assume the battery is the isolator when you're operating your rig. If you key the rig and it takes a ton of current, like say 15 amps, I assume the battery is the filter that kind of protects the charge controller and the panels on back. Does it?
Yeah.
You can do that while you're
Yeah. Okay. Let me go back. You don't connect anything to these loads. Don't connect. Your radio will eat this thing up.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Yeah, you're connected to the battery.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's no problem with spikes on the battery. There's no problem with spikes as far as that controller, right?
No.
Okay.
And I do have a short video here.
Well, hi everyone. Welcome to another
show
episode of
kind of-
KMRD Radio Stuff. My name is Mike. Today,
he'll kind of show a few rollout solar panels, and he will show his what his power, what kind of power he is getting out of the panels he does have. And I believe he is at field day.
Okay.
today I want to talk solar. Friday before Field Day 2021, we're out here at Jason's hunting lease in an undisclosed location. And this year, just like I did last year, I'm going to be running my station off of battery power because I am a battery nerd and I'm also a solar nerd. So Kevin from BioEno was kind enough to send me some of their solar panels to try out. So I'll be using those this year for Field Day. And I want to show you guys what we got. We've got a 28 watt solar panel, a 40 watt, a 60 watt, and a 100 watt. So I'll show you my station here. I brought along Big Geek. You guys have seen the video of this. And if you haven't, you should probably check the video that I'll put right here after this video, of course. So that's what's going to be powering my 7300. Here's my station here. That's 7300. Got my boom mic. Got my foot switch down there. Also brought along Little Geek just to charge things. There's a 10 amp hour battery in there. Let's get these solar panels out in the sun. It's noon on a hot Texas day. So we should be able to get maximum current out of these things and show you what they can really do. So stay tuned. Holy hillbilly, it's hot. All right, so I want to show you first the 28 watt and the 40 watt. These are really nice panels. I actually use these ones quite often for my G90 Go box. These are really good at powering the 6 amp hour battery that I have in there. They just got a little Velcro and they unfold.
Wow.
You throw it in the sun, you got power. There's a nice zipper pouch on the back of these. It's going to have your charging cable that connects to your solar charge controller. Now this came with a barrel connector on it. I use everything power pole, so I just cut off the barrel connector and put power poles on here. So this is the 28 watt version. It's 4 7-watt solar panels. The output's about 15 to 18 volts, and you'll get about 1.55 amp hours of current out of it max. Another cool thing you can do with these, if you have more than one of these of the same wattage, you can actually daisy chain them together. There's a barrel connector here, so you can link them together and get more power, which is always a good thing. And there's also a USB plug right here. So if you're out in the field, you want to charge your phone or your camera or whatever, just lay that on the ground, plug your USB in there, and Bob's your uncle. The 48 watt version, or excuse me, now the 40 watt version is very much the same. It's a little bit heavier because it adds 2 more panels, but this also has a nice handle to it. Same zipper bag here and back, so you can keep your cordage, put other, little miscellaneous things in there. Same USB, same barrel connector, the daisy chain them. This one is rated at a max output of 2.22 amps, so a little bit more power there. And as we unfold this, the same idea, except it's longer. We've got 2 more panels on here. So let's hook these up to Big Geek. I've got some watt meters, some inline watt meters, so we can see the current. We can see what the battery's going to be taking in, how much current we're putting into it. And we'll look at that, and then we'll take a look at the 60 and 100 watt versions. So let's plug in the 28 watt panel. I'm going to plug it into this inline meter just because I like to see what the solar panel's voltage is. But we're also going to look at this meter. Continue to turn the charge controller on, however. Oops. All right, so we're going to plug in the 28 watt panel. And we can see here our current ramping up. And we're getting about 1.15 amps. It's about noon on the sunniest Texas day I've had, so now we're at 1.2. So about 1.15 amps going into the battery there with 28 watt. I've seen it go a little bit higher. It's just pretty much laying flat on the ground now. I don't really have it oriented directly towards the sun, but the sun's pretty much overhead. See if I can move it a little bit. If that matters at all. It's a little more flat, maybe. Who knows?
No, it went down.
I got it now. Oh, that made it worse. But we're getting a little over an amp, which is fine because my G90 pulls about a half an amp. So I'd still be charging the battery and using the G90. So now let's take a look at the 40 watt panel and see what that does. Now here we go. 40 watts. And about 1.3 amps into it. I did drain this battery, so there's definitely some pull going in there. This meter says 1.33, 1.34, roughly. About 1.33 amps out of the 40 watt panel. So I just put some sticks under it to angle it up a little bit more. You know, 1.37 amps going in, so we're getting a little bit more. So now let's take a look at the 60 watt and the 100 watt versions. And these are both the same size physically, other than the 60 watt panel is just 2, and the 100 watt panel has 4 different solar panels on them. They both have this nice zipper thing in the back that's going to house our actual charging cable. Now this comes with these really big power poles and an adapter, so naturally I put power poles on it. So we can clamp these together, plug this into our charge controller, and we're good to go. It's got a zipper closure. It unfolds. And there's also these feet on the back that Velcro, so you can angle them up. So when you deploy this, you can have both feet, and you can angle it towards the sun. That's with them fully extended. You can tilt it up a little bit so you can track the sun. That's the 60 watt. Now our 100 watt panel has these nice clasps that you just press a little button to unhook them. And then this is going to fold out. Again, we're going to have the same legs. We've got 2 legs on this one as well. And it's going to fold out into 4 panels. When it's deployed, this one's a little wonky to set up. I wish it had more legs.
Yeah.
So I'll usually end up putting some sticks underneath this just to kind of keep them all flat. But we're on pretty flat ground here, so it's not much of an issue. So that's what that looks deployed. And this one's rated, I think, up to 5 amps. And I think we get like 4, maybe 3.5 out of this one. I forget the specs. I don't think it says it on the actual panel. No, it doesn't say it on the panel. Of course, that lets all the literature at home. So let's plug these in to the power box and see what we get. Now, these 2 solar panels don't come with any other cordage to connect from the panel to your solar charge controller. So I just made up a cord. I was actually throwing out a lamp because it didn't work anymore. And I was like, wait a minute, that's got wire. So I salvaged that, put power poles on it, and now I can connect directly to the solar panel. And Bob's drunk. All right, so now I'm going to plug in the 60 watt panel, see what we can get out of that. About 2.3 amps. I think that's typically what I get out of this. Again, I'm not sure what it's rated for. I suspect it's probably a little bit higher than that, but that's kind of consistent with ramping up from the 28 to the 40 to the 60. My 7300 draws a solid amp on receive, as does my 891. So this is enough power to supply power to your radio and also put power into your battery. So I'd be charging at 1.3 amps going into the battery right now. That's pretty good. And now lastly, we're going to plug in the 100-watt panel and see what we get out of that. Oh, 3 amps. That seems low. I have gotten 5 amps out of this. I'm going to try and adjust it a little bit, see if we can get a little more current. Well, so I tried adjusting it a few different ways, laying it flat, increasing the angle, decreasing the angle. Seems to be about the same, so that's probably what we're going to get out of this panel today. Like I said, I have gotten 5 amps out of this thing. Not sure why I'm not today, because the sun is directly overhead, and it's summer in Texas. But yeah, they do work great. This is definitely enough to keep me going all day for field day, running 100 watts. So not too bad. I'll take free electricity. So naturally, I got back to camp, plugged in the solar panel. Now we're getting almost 4 amps. It was over 4 just a second ago, like 4.2. So this is the 100-watt panel. I probably had it not facing directly towards the sun. Yeah, definitely getting more power now. So all said and done, these are fantastic panels to take with you for portable radio, for emergency power use, emergency communications, whatever the case may be. When the power goes out, I'll throw the panels out in the sun, hook up one of my battery boxes, keep it charged so I can still play radio. I can charge my computer, my cell phone, whatever, anything you need electronics wise. They hardly weigh anything compared to, I have a bigger solar panel, and the thing is heavy as all get out. It's glass, you know, it's one of those big square ones that like bounce on top of an RV or a roof or something like that. Those just aren't very practical for bringing out in the field. Stuff like this, these panels are semi-flexible. You know, I've had these since last year. I've had these for almost a year now, and they definitely passed the K8MRD abuse test. I'm not exactly gentle on things, and I haven't managed to destroy them. So that's a good testament to the quality of these BioNO panels. Regardless of which one you go with, any of these are going to be a great addition to your ham shack or your emergency power situation, management, whatever you want to call it. They're just great to have. If you're hiking or something, you know, one of these little guys is going to be great. You can charge your devices. There's a USB thing built in there, so that's fantastic. If we need more power, we can hook up the 60 or the 100 watt. You can run more of these in parallel as well. So if I have like 200 watt panels, I can hook up 2 of them and get more power going into the batteries that way. So anyway, thank you so much, Kevin, and everyone at BioNO for being such great support for the channel, and absolutely love your products. I will leave links in the description for all of these, and if you have any questions or comments, do ask them down below. I try and answer all of them. And until next time, we will see you again on another episode of K8MRD Radio Stuff. 73, guys.
Okay.
Okay, so you did see some of those folding solar panels.
Yeah, it's cool.
And how you can fold them and carry them with you if you need to go out in the field. Okay, let's talk about inverters and chargers. Inverters change DC to AC. It's so when you connect the inverter to your battery, what you're planning on doing is getting out 110 out of the inverter. That so if you have a laptop or computer, some lighting, or you're going to run a power supply. Maybe you don't want to connect straight to the radio. Maybe there's a reason why you need to run this power supply. You can do that. They also have inverters for cigarette lighters for inside your car. So you can get 110 out of your car by plugging in a cigarette lighter inverter. You're not going to get huge wattage out of those, but they are helpful. Maybe you need to charge a handheld, and you only have the AC adapter, and you don't. So you're not really looking for a generator. Your car's the generator. You're running off the battery of the car, and you're plugging in the inverter into the cigarette lighter, and you're just being able to charge up your handheld. That way you can use your handheld in an emergency situation, or if you're going out in the field. So this right here is this one right here is kind of a pricey one. So this is a bigger one. This will connect to a bigger battery, and it is 2,000 watts, and it does produce a clean sine wave. So this is safe for your computers and laptops and things like that. You gotta be careful that you don't want to mess up a computer power supply or anything with a dirty sine wave, or an absent of a sine wave.
A pure sine wave, is that right, DJ?
Yeah. Yes. Now this is your cigarette adapter, cigarette lighter porter adapter. See, this one right here is only 150 watts, but if you only had your AC adapter for your handheld, you could definitely get it charged and get it back up and running. You could plug in small laptops and things like that to charge yourself. Always, you could plug your cell phone into it if you only had the AC adapter and things like that. So, all right, okay. Make sure you use the right charger for the right battery. Gel, AGM, and lithium iron phosphate batteries can be damaged by conventional chargers. The regular chargers that you have for charging your car batteries, they can damage it and cause some problems in your garage. We don't want nobody burning down the garage. This is a battery charger that will do AGM and lithium. It's specially designed to do those. It does not do flooded, from what I understand. This one will do this battery tender. That's the one I have. It will do gel, flooded, and sealed lead acid. I use it quite a bit. I use it constantly. I change this over from motorcycle to motorcycle. I charge this. Use this to charge that battery that I bought the field day. It's a very low amperage, so it's like a good deep trickle charger that will definitely get the job done. Let's talk about generators. The other day we had an incident down in Four Seasons area where they lost some power for a couple days, and I tried to loan my generator out, but Pete wouldn't take it. But it was here. Generators can definitely charge batteries back up. This 2000 actually has a 12-volt output where you can plug a battery right into it. You don't need a separate battery charger. So this will definitely charge a deep cycle battery, no problem. I wouldn't connect a gel or a lithium iron phosphate battery. It's not designed to do that. It's for flooded batteries, definitely for flooded batteries. They also you gotta ground these things. If you're on HF, you're going to hear that 60 cycle. You're going to hear it, and it's going to be every 60 cycles all the way up the bands. You ground them, and that kind of dissipates some of that. But make sure that you do get a generator that does produce a clean sine wave. Some of these Chinese brands, they don't produce good sine waves and end up causing problems in your your electronic devices. I add fuel stabilizer in my generators. I use this stuff called Helix. It's more for motorcycles, but it has a detergent in it. It will clean a dirty carburetor if you have a dirty carburetor and you can kind of get the thing to run. And Helix will pull through some of those jets and get the passages clear. So I always it's a fuel stabilizer also. So I make sure I run that in all the generators, especially if they're going to be sitting for a while. This generator, I fire up my generator at least once a month and put a load to it for about 20 minutes. I did this generator the other day. I found out Pete was out of power. I go, you know what? Let me go make sure that generator runs. I'll offer it to him. And the thing fired up the second pole, and I was happy. And it always sits full of gas and ready to go. This is not a generator. Some reason they're advertising these Jackeries as generators. What these are batteries. I think Earl just held one up a few minutes ago. They're batteries with inverters in them. You have to charge these. There is no generators attached to these. I don't know why they advertise these as generators. I guess they generate some AC once you charge them up, but But you will be able to plug it. So if you had a power supply, you could plug a power supply in there and run your radio that way. It's probably not going to last too long. I don't know what the amp hours are on these Jackeries.
Does it come with an input cable for you hook?
Yes,
like,
yes, that's how you charge it.
Right. So it's got like battery clips.
You can plug this into the wall and charge it. Or they have a solar adapter, so you can plug in a solar panel.
Okay.
So I don't know what they call these generators now. It's very confusing to people.
It is. They're like for starting your car in emergency or something like that.
No, you can no. This is not a battery jumper. This is actually it's a battery with an inverter attached to it, all in one package.
Just an inverter battery.
All in one package.
Gotcha.
All right, safety. Let's remember that we don't charge flooded batteries or vented batteries inside. They do produce hydrogen, and that is one of the test questions on the technician exam. So we don't want no hydrogen in the house.
Yeah.
Never run the generator indoors near windows or open windows. And keep your power leads and coaxes marked for foot traffic, and that especially if you got a couple solar panels where all the leads. Sometimes you get these solar panels where the leads are so long that they have to go to the charge controller that's not attached to the solar panel, and then from the charge controller it goes to the battery. So then you got all these extra leads all over the ground when you really don't need them. So that could be a hazard. Okay, I think that was it. Yep, that's it.
Oh, cool.
Did want to.
Steve's iPad.
You guys see me again?
Yeah.
So this is my trusty battery tender. This thing goes everywhere. What's nice about this thing is some of the bikes I have, the leads I could just disconnect. So the leads just disconnect, and I could just plug this thing right into the. So some of the batteries already have the leads on them. I don't have to mess with any of the batteries. I just plug the thing right in and let it charge.
Using one of those weird car plugs.
Yeah.
Auto power plugs.
I do like that because then the leads just stay on the batteries, and then if I need more leads, I just get on Amazon, order some new leads, and they just stay on the bikes.
Very neat, DJ. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. All right, let's see, guys. Go back to. I guess you're in control, but.
I thought I made everyone.
I'm gonna try to make this larger. Go back to the regular view, but it's not working for some reason. Here we go.
Do you listen to that with earphones? No, I don't think so. But it'd be over pretty quick.
Yeah, we're almost done. Okay, I don't know. I'm in some weird mode. I don't even know what I'm doing here.
I made you the host.
Oh, thank you, DJ. Oh, we're back to gallery mode. That's what I wanted. Okay. All right, guys. Any questions for DJ? Any other input? Any traffic for the meeting? All right.
Can't think of anything.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, I like that. That was neat. I kind of experimented with solar. I think I've got one of the cheaper panels, but the charge controllers, it's interesting because if you buy them directly from China, you can get them really, really inexpensively. On the other hand, there's just a whole bunch of stuff out there, and the quality can be pretty suspect. And it's important because those can make noise just like anything else. So you want a high quality charge controller. And that's about the only thing I learned, the whole experimentation with solar that I did about 5 years ago. Anyway. All right, guys. I think I'll go ahead and call it a meeting, unless we have any other questions, comments. No,
not really. In fact, it was a good program. Missed most of it, but
there's Larry. Okay. Well, Larry came and Jeff, so we can call it 17.
No.
All right. Thanks, Larry. Well, I'm going to have the. I'll send a link. If I don't know, YouTube might bring this down because we played somebody else's video. They did that to me once.
Really?
But if they do, I'll make
send
it
you
available a different way.
I'll send you the. You can put it on the website. I'll send it over to you.
What's that? Oh, you mean the videos? Okay.
No, the whole presentation.
Okay.
Yeah,
good idea.
The links are in there.
I'll put it up on the website. Sure. Absolutely. All right, do that, DJ. All right, and then like I say, Jeff will send a link, and I will try to link, I think, to the YouTube video unless it's taken down, in which case we'll make our own. I'll put it up somewhere else because I'll have the recording from Zoom as well. So
yeah,
one
send
way
me
or the
the
other.
link to DJ. Send me the link to your.
Yeah, he's going to send that.
Yeah.
He just said that. Yeah. So that's cool. Okay, I guess that's it then, guys. Thanks for hanging out and
Thank you, guys.
our meeting this month.
Hey,
Appreciate it.
Rob. Good to see you. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's nice to see everybody. Nice to see you, Larry.
Hi, Larry.
Call me sometime.
Hey, it's Larry.
Okay, we'll do.
You missed out. Bill was here at the beginning, and he's at a concert in Calamasa.
What's in Calamasa?
Bill with one L.
Oh yeah, I know.
He was here at the beginning, and he is actually at the concert in Calamasa.
I went last week. They're just not the same anymore.
It's not as fun. Yeah.
That was fun for some reason.
Oh, that's too bad. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, DJ.
Go ahead.
So long.
We'll
Bye,
end
guys.
this thing. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye. End meeting. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. The YouTube, well, like I said, thanks for watching. Anybody that did, I didn't pay any attention, so I don't know if we had any viewers. Looks like we had 5 people play back. Anyway, thanks guys for hanging out. And 7-3. Bye.